you're out there watching.
Hello and good day everyone. We are going to Eve. Today we have finally got everything ready. We are 3 days from the trip to Eve. We are going to Eve. We are going to finally kill some more kerbals. But that's not right. We're going to try to save the kerbals, but give them the experience of Eve. So let's start our little kerbal game and have a look at what's happening. I'll stop this music. And we've got our kerbal music going. Oh, let's load up our previous game. And Squirrel, thank you for that host. Right, so let's load up our craft. Now, currently in orbit, we've got a few things that are ready to go. We have an Eve polar set, a Gilly polar set, and our actual interstellar craft. We have already added our kerbals in there, so we can have a look. Look at that, day 2, year 4, day 2. Okay, if we look at our alarm clock, the actual departure time is year 4, day 5. So we're really close. Let's have a look at go to the tracking station and have a look at what our crafts actually look like. We'll start with the Gilly polar set. Now this craft is going to go to Eve, and it is going to go on the polar orbit of Gilly, so we can find out where the best concentrations of ore is, because a bottom part of our craft is going to refuel on it. There is the actual set. Oh, that's shadows. There is the actual set. But yeah, that reminds me, I forgot to do something. Let me just send out a tweet. Hey Toys, how you doing? I think you just you just sent a tweet which reminded me I did not send out my tweet. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to actually use my channel description as the tweet. Okay, so give me a second. So it's KSP. Are the kerbals? There are no kerbals dead yet. They are not dying. They are struggling to survive. However, let me pop this up. We can't save the 17 other kerbals that we've already killed. But what we're doing is we like 4 days away, 3 or 4 days away from actually sending free craft to Eve. We've got our Gilly polar set over here. We have got where is the other one? No, that's the return Duna one. That's a nuclear whistle. We've got the Eve polar set. We've got the Eve polar set over here, which is going to actually just go around Eve and give us a good location to land on Eve. Because obviously we don't want to land in the water again. That would be bad. In fact, that's what happened last time. And it was very disappointing. Then we've got our actually, where is it? Eve interstellar craft. Yes. The guys, we got back from Duna. Our craft got back from Duna. It got into orbit. We sent up a sort of a shuttle to bring them back down. And as it landed, and they got back down fine. And as it landed, the hitchhiker can got squashed. So the 4 kerbals that were in the actual hitchhiker can got squashed. They got all the way to Duna. Some of them even landed on Duna. They got back and they got killed landing on Kerbin. It was a terrible tragedy, one that will be remembered long into the annals of Kerbal history. Right, so this is our craft that is going to Eve. There is the lander part, there is the interstellar part, the living area, and this is the boosters. Right, so we are kind of ready to go. Currently we've got myself as the engineer, we've got Jepsy as the German engineer, we've got Gopo as another engineer, and we've got somebody else. Who else are we sending? Where is my roster? Crew. Oh, in the habitation ring. Foible. Foible's the pilot. We are planning to leave him on Eve. Oh, this is not a station. This is not a station. This is the actual interstellar craft. This whole thing is going to Eve. You want to look at the stations? Where is it? This was the Duna craft. So this was the craft that went to Duna and has come back. And the surprising thing about this craft, so that's what the Duna craft that came back. You see the landing parts disappeared. Look at the engine in that. We can actually refuel this and be almost ready to go. If you look at the supplies, it's almost full of supplies. We just need to send up some more fertilizer and stuff like that. And it's this is kind of ready to go on another trip. You know, oh, and attach a land for the top over there. The actual station, which would be the nuclear vessel station. Where are you? There you go. However, I think our kerbals are hungry on the station. Oh, yeah. They're out of supplies. They are out of supplies. This station needs to be kind of... This is actually the station. We need to connect things to it and stuff like that. But we kind of stopped building it. Yeah. But yeah, they're out of supplies. So the guys are hungry. They need a restock. Really, really badly. But we're not bothered about this at the moment. We're really, really concentrating on Eve. How is... Machinery is good. Yeah, so they really just need supplies and fertilizers so they can actually grow. They're carrying a lot of shit in the station. This station is full of kerbal poo. 15,000 kerbal poos are in the station. So set up some fertilizer and they can actually make their own supplies. They've got a few supplies left. They're not quite out. There's only I think 4 people, 5, 6. Oh wow, there's quite a few people in the station. Okay. But that is our station. Alright, so what are we going to do? We are going to go back and let's have a look. Eve Interstellar. You can see this craft is fully supplied. We'll see over here. This craft is, yeah, you can see fully supplied, ready to go. Got 4 kerbals aboard. Right now, the other thing we've got to check is we've got to make sure our staging and that is right. Just for this initial burn. So we've got those engines firing off at the same time. Then it's going to drop that part, which is good. Then there's another thing that we've got to do. We have got to... Right, so it's this one. Let's do it as... so we're going to call it drop tanks. We want... Oh, it actually did them all. Okay, excellent. And we want to undock. Right, so what this is going to do is when I hit the drop tank thing, it will undock those things and they will fall away. Now only the central engine remains. And that's going to drop us off a lot of weight. Hopefully this will make the adjustments to make this thing work. And we're not sure if it's going to work. We did the numbers, it worked, but I'm a bit worried about this number over here. It says it's not working. But you know, we don't know until we send the kerbals. And so sending the kerbals is definitely something we're going to have to do now. Okay, so we've got that. And then the other parts we can sort out later. You know, the landing area and stuff like that. And that's what's nice about this advanced action groups is you can make up your action groups as you actually traveling. Okay, so what does our alarm say? Our alarm says depart at year 4, day 5. We are day 2. So let us get to... We get to day... Now we just get to day 5 and we launch everything. We launch the 2 probes and then we launch the big guy. Let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the Space Center, where we're going to do our whole time thing. And we're just going to like kind of speed up till we get to that point. However, what we are going to do is we are going to, I think, save it over here. Save game before time warp to Eve launch. Just so if we screw it up royally, yeah, we can get back. And then I'm going to F5. Well, give it a oh, can't. Right, so I'm going to can I F5? No, I can't. Interesting. Right, so what we're doing is we are going to speed up time and we're going to wait for this kind of get to a day 5. So you can see it, time going. We're on day 2, day 3, there we go, day 4. I think they're 12 hours in a kerbal day. 3. Remember, we're just waiting for that to be day... Oh, there you go. They're actually 6 hours in a kerbal day. Okay. So day 5. So now we're on day 5. We're on the launch day. Now the time it says is 2 o'clock to go. Yeah, we're not quite going to do that. So let's launch the Gilly probe first. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to launch these guys. Like staggered the launch. So we look at this. And we go back up here. And then to get to Eve, there's the ejection angle. Now this is because we're launching early. We're launching like 3 hours early. It's going to be slightly different. Right, so... sorry. I got a frog in my throat. It says the prograde delta V for the launch is 1,304. So let's do this to 1,300 and... Sorry, 1,306.4. 6.4. We have the normal delta V is minus 637. I can do it like this. Wow. Minus 637. Let's do that and just minus 637.8. So there you go. Alright, so that's kind of matches that, and the heading is 116.02. Oh no, sorry, that one, 192.07 ejection angle. We are currently at 12. Alright, now the thing is, what you do over here, in this case, it's 180 minus 180, so that will be 1207. So we are at 1209. Okay. Oops. And okay, yeah, 8. Right, that's close enough. Now the reason I say it's close enough is because of the way this works. We are leaving early, so we can't actually use exact numbers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this as the target, and now we are going to try make a small adjustments to try get this to actually meet up with Eve. Oh, there we go, look at that. Right, so let's see. Okay, so we've got this over there. Hey Electro Ninja, we are just launching all these satellites and that towards Eve. We leaving, so we're on day 5. I'm gonna find this. Right, so let's see now, what can we do? Can we bring this? Let's go back there. And let's see, can we give us a little bit more? Maybe. Oh, that actually seemed to work. Nope. We are trying. Ah, there it was. I saw that. Yeah. And there we go. Oh, there it is. There is the yeah, the planned release for 1.2 is 11th of October. Alright, so there we go. We've got, oh, it says 1 minute 55. Okay, so we pretty much have to start burning like real soon. And so 1,400. Okay, so we really need to burn this soon to get to actually send this on the way. And 156. Oh, so start burning. Oh, come on. Oh. There we go. Alright, so Bit of a bad burn, but it's doing it. It's on the way to Eve. As you can see, it did meet up. It is going to meet up with it. We will make an adjustment as we get there. And as you can see, what we did is because we're not exactly the time, we had to make a few adjustments, to get that intercept, but we got it. And the reason we're doing that is because we're doing the satellite slightly early. That's got a bit of a long burn. Alright, so what I'm going to do actually is I am going to use Alt and dot, and that's going to physical time warp it, so it actually burns faster. And you can see what's happening. As it's, I will bring the time warp down as we get closer to it, to 0. So there we go. We're getting there. Yeah, but Electro Ninja. When 1.2 comes out, I'm actually going to start a close to stock career. And let's have a look. Oh, not you. Let's have a look over here. Is this actually meeting it? I believe it is. It is. Alright, so what I'm going to do over here now is I'm going to add a maneuver over here, and I'm going to add an alarm to that maneuver. And when we get to that maneuver, what we are going to do is we're going to make it, we're going to adjust it to get a better orbit of Eve. At the moment, it's really just going to meet up with Eve. That's it. So 13 days. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's actually bring this closer. There you go. And so in 6 days, we're going to make an adjustment for it to get kind of a better intercept with Eve. We still have plenty of Delta V left, so that's good. That's all working. All right, so now let's move on to our next craft, which is I'm going to F5 this. Which is the, where is it? Here's our next craft. Our next craft would be the Eve polar set. Nuclear vessel, Eve polar set. Right, so we're going to use this craft, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to send this towards Eve. So this is kind of the window opportunity we've got. We go into here, we show ejection angle. It's pretty much the same. Oh, what is the time? 1:06. You see, we're getting closer to that 2:45. So add maneuver here. It's going to be 1:3 something. I mean, I could do it over here as well. So it actually gives us, what was it? 1306. That's kind of close enough. 1306. 13064. Right, yeah, that's close enough. And then we want that to be minus 600 and something. Minus 637. Close enough. There you go, 8. Fine. And this should be 1207. Because it's 192 minus 180. Yeah, it's on 17. It was a tragedy. It was a serious tragedy. 1207. Okay, so let's have a look. Oops. Let's zoom right out. And let's have a look what's happening. And again, this is not quite meeting up. So let's see what we can do to make it meet up. Okay, we're going to make small adjustments. Let's see if we can there you go. Just progress a tiny bit. Maybe this way. In fact, maybe normal a bit. Yep, maybe other way. Yep. Let's set this back to 0. Can we pull this out? Is that it? No, that wasn't it. We slow it down a bit. And bring it. There we go. There we go. Okay. So again, slight adjustment. It happens. Right, so yeah, and that's to do with different orbit heights, different different eccentricities. Although that eccentricity is like a really round orbit, but the inclination is different. So, and different times of leaving. What can you do? Right, so 1 minute 33. Ooh, in 3 minutes. Okay, so we head this onto that maneuver point. And when it's 1 minute 34, we start to burn this one. And this will send us on our way. I could probably work out to make this slightly better. Changing the departure thing and stuff like that. But we should have enough. Yeah, we'll have enough. Problem. Got enough fuel, so it's not really an issue. Right, and you can see it's kind of slightly different from the other one. Right, so 1 minute 33, 1 minute 34 is when we start our burn. I'm just going to give it a little bit of speed. And 134, so 145. 37, 6, 5, 4. And what we're going to do as well is just speed this up. But these things are up, they burn slow, of course. Oh. There's this one. Right, let's see what happens with this one. Remove this. Yeah, it's hitting it. It's hitting it, but of course, you know, it's kind of borderline hitting it, and that's unfortunately the 1.3 thing. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to do this. Alright, this one's a bit of a problem. Because of these lines, the way these lines work, 2 days. There. It says time 351 days. Because of the way these things are working, it's not actually allowing me to do it. So we're going to have to come back to this one. We're going to have to remember to make an adjustment to this one. So that's on its way. So we've got the 2 satellites on the way. Now for the big boy. Now for the big boy. And we zoom right in. And that's the nuclear vessel, Eve Interstellar Craft. Okay, so this is the important one. This one, it's the biggie. It's the biggie. Look at it. It's freaking huge. We're actually going to pull that up because that's important. We need to be able to drop the drop tanks when they are required. And let's pull this up. Alright, so it is time to build. You can see this one's kind of the time is all screwed up. So let's. We want to do it on there. And maneuver. Alright. We are going to want to do these numbers exactly. So 1304 1306.4. And here we go. We are. And let's just get that down. I just did that. Okay, 1306.4. Alright, so that's exactly that. Normal minus 637. I'm just going to do it like this. Wow, this lag, terrible. It's kind of the it's the game physics lag. Minus 637.8. Now, this is where it gets tricky. So this has to be ejection angle 12 something. However, look at the time of the day. It's 1:07. So you've actually got to move this. Let's do it like this. Oh, that's what's happening. It's click through. So we want to have this. It says day Day 5, 252. So we kind of increasing. Look how it's going around. We want to get it as close to 252 as possible. Um, 244. That's pretty close. Right, so let's remember we want to get that to 1207. And that's 192.07 minus 180. So 1207. Alright, so 245. This is 252. A few minutes difference, it should be alright. So let's have a look at how this one is playing out. And you see, I didn't need to do anything. It's already hitting it. I had to make no adjustments. I put in the right numbers at the right time, and boom, it hits it straight away. No adjustments. And that's what's so cool about, that is what is so cool about this thing, is it gives you all the right numbers. Now it says the nodes, that a time to burn is in 2 hours and 8 minutes. Really? 2 hours, 8 minutes? Okay. So what we can actually do over here is we can add an alarm for that node time. Two hours, 4 minutes. Hey, daughter. If I have to watch this only skippable after 30 seconds. Oh. Yeah, you know, I can't live without that, to be honest. I can't live without ad blocker. I know I shouldn't be saying that, streaming on Twitch and stuff like that, but you know, that's the truth. It's I understand companies need to make money through ads and stuff like that, but some of the practices they do are pretty offensive, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm looking at my stream and I'm getting no drop frames at the moment. So if anything, it is the Twitch servers you go into. It might be overloaded, and you might need to just do a refresh until you find one that is not overloaded. Unfortunately, I'm not partnered, so I don't have the quality controls to allow you to watch it at a lower quality, which is a terrible thing to actually build an audience. You can't, you know, but that's how Twitch works. And that is unfortunately. I did try to start up, when I started the stream, I did try to do my dual streaming with YouTube, but apparently currently the route to Singapore is not very good at the moment. So I'm quick saving this. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to speed up. Yeah, in fact, Storder, there is something called live, I think it's Live Streamer, which is kind of a DOS add-on that will run Twitch through VLC. And I've had a lot more success with that than you know, getting watching streams that are not that don't have the quality controls. Well, let's see if I can find it. Is it? Okay, I'm not sure if it still works. I haven't used it in a while. But this was the program. And what it does is you put in a channel and you kind of run it, and then it will take, you know, the data from the Twitch server and run it through VLC on your computer. So you watch it through VLC, which works a lot better. Especially on the high quality streams. Wow, look at the Twitch lag. Oh, I was not watching, I was doing the stream. Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, but I've used that a number of times to actually watch streams. I know sometimes I can't even watch my own stream. because of the Twitch quality things. I can never get a good server to actually watch the streams in Thailand. So often I can't even watch my own stream to monitor it for quality stuff. In fact, that's why I used to use the Restream, because I can watch YouTube with no problem, but I can't watch Twitch. So this is just kind of, unfortunately we can't go faster than this. And you can see it's yellow, meaning that this craft is causing a lot of physics lag. Yeah, in actual KSP. Not much I can do about that. Well, I could. There's a lot I could do about that. I could have less parts in the ship, have smaller ships. But what's the fun in that? You know what I could do? I could go back down to Kerbal and run it until it gets there. But that's a lot of work. Oh, you did an STO. You know, I haven't played STO in ages. When it first came out, I do have the lifetime pack for STO. When it first came out, I played on the Klingon side, and I just leveled through PvP. The PvP in that game was actually a hell of a lot of fun. But I haven't actually been back for a while. I need to have a look. I need to have a look at it again. Maybe try that on a Thursday, Friday stream. See what it's going like. And I know during the day people, kind of expect Kerbal. So, and I enjoy playing Kerbal, so it's not a problem. Yeah. It was at the very beginning as well. The space combat was heaps of fun. The ground combat was a chore. But they actually have been working on the game. That is one of the few perfect world games that they're actually working on. Champions Online was also a lot of fun at the beginning, and I spent an inordinate amount of time actually creating characters. I still have not got to max level in that game. I haven't played it for ages. Yeah, fortunately, a lot of the problem with the Perfect World games is, or Cryptic, no, because Perfect World bought Cryptic. A lot of those games have ended up in kind of the pay-to-win realm, where certain, I remember Neverwinter Online, same sort of thing. Certain things, like certain pets that give you good buffs, you could only get them by paying. And that's kind of that is a problem for sort of, in my opinion, that's something that shouldn't actually happen. Alright, so we are getting close. The other game that I have been playing, Storter, which is I'm having a hell of a lot of fun in. Paladins. Paladins is kind of, it's like an arena type thing. It's almost, as my friend says, it's a free copy of Overwatch, but it's actually fun. So he's been playing that, and we've both been playing that. So there we go. Okay, so now let's see if we can move this. If we can get this into, let's say delete. Can we actually move this craft? Turn on RCS. We are trying to move this to the, to that point. Wow. Really? Craft is not moving? Oh, Civ 6. I know, it's like running out of... What if I just give this kind of a little sort of I give this kind of, oh wait a minute, I've got to, let's F5 this quickly. And whoop. Just want to kind of give it a little bit of power. Just a tiny bit of power. Kind of turn us around. Wow, we are not turning around fast enough. Holy crap. This thing just doesn't turn. Wow. It's very big. Oh, Gopa, you actually are on the way to Eve as well. You're one of our engineers. Okay, so You know what? Okay, this is terrible. We totally missed it. What I'm going to do is I am going to just go back to the one just before we did the... just before we did the kind of time warp to it. How could I become a kerbal? Well, unfortunately, the program that was putting people from chat is not working at the moment. Ah, crap, so... Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, I had a program that what it did was it pulled people from chat. Okay. This is not going to work. So what I'm going to do is if I Alt F9. Alt F9. I've got these rotating ones. Let me go back to this one and see where that one is. Because we definitely want to try and get our... We're going to have to, spend a few hours turning our craft. It's ridiculous, isn't it? To kind of get ready for that burn. I didn't even think how hard it would be to turn. Really didn't even think how hard that would be to turn. Okay, so kerbacide is there, kerbacide is there. How far are we from... How far is this save from where we were? Hopefully it's like an hour before. It gives us lots of time to do the turn. Oh, it's not. Okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go back. So go back one more. Now, this is what's good about this rotating save thing. We go to 57. Oh, weren't we? Were we at 57? We're just going back so we can get that thing sorted out because you don't want our kerbals to die before we even leave for Eve. What's the fun in that? Okay, there we go. Yeah, hopefully, because I mean, Twitch changed their APIs, so the chat thing that other thing was pulling from stopped working, unfortunately. Now I could possibly. There we go. 2 hours before. Excellent. Okay, so turn this on. And let's see if we can get this into the right position. It is moving slowly. What if I Alt... Oh, so it's got 2 hours to get itself into the right position. Look at that physics lag. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's this one. It's called Draft Twitch Viewers. And what happens if you see if I do a viewer drawing, it should, there you go, bad request. Now that only happened after Twitch decided to change to change their APIs. But that's how I got everybody else. Is I literally pulled them from the Twitch thing when it was working before the Twitch API change. So this is kind of, you can see it's taken a long time to turn. But we've got like 2 hours now, so that's alright. There we are, we almost lined up with it. So now what I'm going to do is stop the rotation by just going there. Right, so that's stop the rotation. And now we'll in the rotation again. See, if I use Alt, comma and sort of comma and dot, that is the to do physical time warp, which doesn't actually prevent the engines from going and stuff like that. Just using the dot and that uses, the not non-physical, but it uses the time warp that stops kind of the physics. So use that to stop rotations, but use the Alt one to just keep everything moving as it should. Of course, you're limited, and you can see what's happening. This is red because it's trying to do all the physics calculations. And so it's not that my kerbal is running slow. And let's have a look at this. What does this say? 5 frames per second. Okay, so it is actually running slow. Time work for physics warp. There you go. That's it. Electron Ninja has it. I couldn't say it properly. I'm terrible. But wow, the physics load is crazy. I wonder if they could use what's it, NVIDIA Physics Ed or whatever. The NVIDIA Physics Engine and stuff like that to kind of speed that up if it's available. Use the GPU to calculate the physics. That should be able to handle this. Isn't this weird? This is taking 10 minutes to change. I mean, it is doing it, but I'm trying to do it without RCS. So stop that. Now I'll just use a time warp. And that should stop the rotation dead. Right, take off time warp and now put on physics warp. Get it kind of moving towards that. Yeah, a little trick. If you go time warp, it stops all the kind of rotation, all movement of your craft. So it's definitely something I abuse. You brought a new function made into my mod, an auto burn for the engineer assist. Oh, nice. That you see, that's kind of, yeah. It's that actually kind of reminds me of in Remotech they had the sort of little computer engine that did a lot of that sort of stuff. You have to set up everything and then you just say auto burn. We're almost on that spot. Yeah, maybe you can grab the code of that and have a look how they did that and make it more a, yeah. And okay, and stop. Okay, so we actually on the node. Perfect. That is perfect. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add the alarm. It's 2 hours to the node, or 1 hour 56, and it's all ready to go. Okay, so now I'm going to F5 this, and we are going to just do the time warp. And essentially now it's getting ready for the burn. Do we want to wait all this time? You know what I'm going to do? It's getting slightly off there. So let's change this to stop. Let's call it 13 minutes before. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Space Center. And I am going to speed up. That will give us 10 minutes to actually get it into the right place. Ready for the burn. You gotta make exceptions with big ships. So look at this. Just speed up. And slowing down. And the alarm's going to pop up. Delete on close and jump to ship. See, instead of just hanging around the whole thing the whole time. Oh, yeah, I did get some drop frames. Okay. And let's see. Right, so. Alarm. See there, it's kind of. Why did it shift off that thing? But it's kind of do the time warp, get it back into that maneuver. Hey, Trench Reaper, how you doing? That's it. That's what you guys are going to call me from now on, isn't it? I'm going to hocus pocus you. No, I am not a Harry Potter fan, in case any of you are wondering. I don't think I've even seen the movies. Or have I? No, I haven't seen the movies. Haven't read the books. All I know is from the commercial on TV or something like that. You're a wizard, Harry. Ooh. Okay, so it's a good thing I moved the alarm to be 30 minutes before so that we can actually have time to get this, into position. There's worse things. This is true. This is true. There are many a troll out there. And that is kind of the tamest thing. At least I'm famous. So there you go. I'll take that. And I'm a wizard. I can do magic. Bonus. It really... Yeah, well, I kill kerbals. So, probably even. Alright, so we're getting back to that maneuver node. Alright, so now I can take off this and just give it a little bit of a normal warp. And then put on time warp again to try and get it down to that point. Yes, slowly moving towards that center, getting it ready. We need to start burning at 2 minutes 39. And we are at that point. Stop movement. 2 minutes and 39. So we're just going to go manually. I'm just going to F5 this.
To the alien army.
GDoc3, thank you. GDoc63, thank you for the follow and welcome to the alien army. It's always fun to be had. And killing kerbals is our fun. That's not good, is it? Right, so where are we going? 2 minutes and 39. Now, first, kind of. Oh, stop there. All right. Okay, so I'm an alien from Altea and hatched in Florida. Nice. So you the Florida man, the notorious Florida man. A Florida man was hatched in Florida. Heard all about Florida man. Florida man gets up to no good all the time. Actually, the only place I've been to in Florida was Miami Beach. And I actually really like Miami Beach. Right, so 2:39, we are 2:56. I don't want to time warp. We're pretty much ready to go. 40, we on target, which is kind of different from where we were last time. And 30, 40, 42, 41, 40, 39. I am a... Wow. Really? Okay, so that's kind of the tank I'm looking at. Wow, this physics warp is terrible. This physics lag is terrible. These are the other two tanks I'm looking at as well. Because these are going to feed the central engine. I need to keep my eye on these two. When these two reach 0, I need to eject them manually. there we go. See, it's... Oh my god, an educated Florida man. It is rare. Oh yeah. No, treachery. But the problem is, it's not actually my PC or anything like that. I mean, CPU wise, KSB is only using 18% of my CPU. Yeah, that's the total CPU usage I've got. KSB is only using 18% of my CPU. So it is not the CPU, it is not the video card, it is purely the actual program, the KSB program that can't handle it. So yeah, this is not limited by the PC, it is limited by the actual program. (1.13) Yeah, now apparently 1.2 they've done a lot of fixes and things like that, so that should definitely help it. Crap, no, don't do that, I want to kind of gimbals. Gimbals for you. And no gimbals for you. Ah, there we go. Much better. Much better. Alright, so yeah, no, my machine runs actually really well. Alright, so look what's happening. See, that's busy burning that fuel over there. This tank is starting to empty, because what it's doing is this tank is feeding this tank, which is coming and feeding the central tank. So that's the whole idea of this craft. As it goes, it's going to drop a lot of weight. But that central engine is still full. You're the same. Thanks, G-Doc. Thank you. Hey, up until the moon landing, the Soviets were totally kicking the US butt when it came to space. Totally destroying them. Up until the moon. And then they kind of... And even now, the old rockets that they've got, the Soyuz and stuff like that, they're still kicking along, no problem. Yeah, they had some rough spots, but then again, so does everybody. But I actually do like the Soviet designs. Function, not making things pretty. Just about the functional designs of the stuff. It's the same with... Yeah, it's kind of... But that's the kind of the good thing of competition, is that it does force you to push yourself more and to achieve more. Okay, so look at this. So those engines are going to flame out now. Right, now I can get rid of them. painted the boosters with a roller. Oh, look at that. Alright, so you see it's just everything is feeding the central craft. Yeah, yeah. So simple, you know, sometimes simple. Yeah, it's the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. And sometimes simple gives you the least amount of complications, which makes things work a lot better. But it's also it's another thing. I think is it designed by necessity? Is that another one? That where you do things because it's necessary, not because, you know, like for example, how's it, where you kind of, if you're in a situation where you have to have something to do this in order to survive, your design becomes very different than if you've got the time to think about, you know, making stuff the right way and wrong way and whatever. And the design by necessity often leads to designs that are actually pretty redundant because it's not made from highly engineered parts. It's kind of put together as simply as possible just to do what is necessary to do. So there's that as well. Yeah, it's, and you know, it's the same thing. I mean, you think about, like I say, okay, so okay, it's not really related to computers, but you think about things like a hard drives, complicated things. You know, your standard hard drive is a complicated thing. It's, you got platters in a almost vacuum, or I think what are they also using there, nitrogen or something. Then you've got heads that are moving. It's a lot of moving parts. Has to be highly accurate and stuff like that, which obviously causes a lot of issues because it is so complicated. Now you've got kind of the SSD drives. No moving parts. Yeah, it's just, so again, one's kind of, yeah, one took a long time to get to that simple design of just memory. The other one, you know, was a highly skilled engineering task to get all those parts moving together. But which one is going to last longer? The one with no moving parts, the one with the, you know, kind of that simple type of design. No, the electronics are complex, but what I'm saying is this, that's electronics, that's the electronics being complex, but there's no actual moving parts and stuff like that. So it's literally, it's the same with the CPUs. CPUs are really complex, but there's no moving parts in it. So they essentially do tend to last longer than things with moving parts. You know, it's yeah. So that's an, yeah, mechanically simple. There you go. There you go. That's exactly what I was trying to say, G-Doc. Mechanically simple. And that's, I mean, and that is I think that's a key thing of a lot of the Soviet designs are the mechanically simple. Yeah, true. But I mean, again, I'm trying to find a good word. I was trying to find another way to put it. But mechanically simple is the things that tend to last. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, there's a lot of things. It takes a lot of complexity to get to it, but then it becomes mechanically simple. Rubber bands and baling wire. So yes, yeah, like for example, yeah, Well, that's a great one, Electro Ninja. Um, okay, so a spring thing is just load a spring and you have a catch release, boom, it goes. Not much really can go wrong with that. Explosive ones, you have to get the explosive exactly right. If there's any weakness in the other sides, metal or stuff like that, the explosive could do more damage than what it's supposed to do. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of these weird little things. Wow. You see, look at my mass decreasing all the time as I'm burning it. Okay, what I can actually do is I can actually speed this up with physics warp. Yeah, I'm still on course, I think. No, I'm way off course. I want to make the adjustment. I'll make the adjustment later. I'm in the general area, and that's kind of the, and that's the key. I'm in the general area of course. Finding optimal burn starter, and I'm actually just using the. For me, the Kerbal Engineer does pretty much what I needed to do. So I'm happy with Kerbal Engineer. Although, you see, some things it doesn't quite work, like for example the loss of the rockets. Yeah, so it has got some things it can't handle. But then again, this design is anything but simple. This design is like a crazy thing because I'm using docking ports, I'm using fuel lines, I'm using parts that get ejected. Yeah, no, thanks for that, Electro Ninja. That's appreciate the offer. But again, and that's what I'm going to do with 1.2. So I want to simplify most of the mods I'm using. That's my goal for 1.2. Simplify the mods. I've got a lot that I've collected over the years. This guy is, I think he's empty. But this one these should still be full. Yeah, he's still full. The SpaceX Mars mission. We have to send the people that were asking the question, in the Q&A. Then they shouldn't provide any return vehicle. Because they just need to send those people that were asking those questions in the Q&A. Just send them there, and the Earth will be better for it. C++ is not old school. C and C++ are still kind of the most used languages when you're doing, sort of gaming and stuff like that, and things that require performance. Yep, exactly. The OS level, it's the performance and reliability things. They are definitely kind of, they've been around for a long time because they are so good. Hey, I did assembler. I enjoyed my assembler. In fact, I used to do Pascal, Turbo Pascal. Actually, even before Turbo Pascal, normal Pascal. And one of the things that you could do is you could do inline assembler and inline C and stuff like that. So that made it really, really good. Certain parts of the program I liked Pascal, but certain parts I used to do right in assembler to give it that extra boost of speed. Wow. Burn is a long, long burn. And we're going to see afterwards how we're ending up. Hello, Mr. One Train 2003. How are you doing? There are many trains, but that is the one train. This is an absolute monster. I'm good. I'm launching my Monster Towards Eve. And you see this red thing, which says that this thing is totally lagging out the Kerbal physics engine. It's killing the Kerbal physics engine. And thank you for the follow. Some would say it is murderizing the Kerbal physics engine. Actually, I've already lost 12 parts of this. And this craft is 625 parts, and I've already dumped 12 parts of it. 625 parts. It's awesome. Actually, what does our heat look like? Oh, you see our heat's cool. We almost finished that one. We finished that one, and then we can dump these. I don't know if I'll be able to slow down around Eve. That is going to be interesting. Why have we got that sway going? Is it the physics time warp? Let me actually turn on the gimbal of this. And this gimbal. No gimbal on you. Here we go. Oh, the GTX 1070. It is a awesome card. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend the 1070. I mean, I don't do 4K gaming, so I didn't actually see a need, to get more than that. Okay, so that's kind of... Right, so let's put the gimbal back on. Hey, Remarkable! How you doing? Oh, and thank you for that follow. Oh, why is this... Come on, I'm trying to turn your gimbals back on. Let me just... Okay. Yeah, put your gimbals back on. Go for it. So let's just... there and okay, that stabilized that. Wow, this thing is way off course. It really is way off course. Look how slowly it's burning. So let's just the physics timer. Okay, we almost finished that fuel. Why is it? I don't know why it's doing that. Wait a second, why is this delta V increasing? That should be decreasing, not increasing. Why is that? That makes no sense at all. No, I'm sort of there. Well, let's see. Getting rid of these guys soon. Okay, so right, now drop tanks. Alright, so ready for this? Drop. Come on, I'm hitting drop. Seriously, guys. Drop. Oh. Decouple. Oh, come on. They're supposed to decouple all those on those. Why is it increasing? I just... Okay, so... I don't know. Right, so let's... Let's have a look here.